Over the years, I've come across numerous SEO myths, and I have helped my clients understand and debunk those myths. But it has come to the point where there are so many SEO myths, and a lot of them come from bad SEO advice online, bad SEO advice by so-called influencers, and they just talk about, they just reinforce these myths that have that don't work. And then people who try to do their own SEO, they use these techniques, or I would say myths, that are perpetrated, and they don't rank. In fact, they'll get penalized. And then a lot of those people will come to an SEO company like my company, and they would say, we have a problem, and this is not working for us, and we did this and we did this, and it's just our website is not ranking. And when I take a look, I see that it's really screwed up. They probably implemented every SEO myth that they heard online on the website, and now the business website is either penalized, de-indexed, or indexed and not ranking. Um, it the SEO industry, unfortunately, has been hijacked by so-called gurus that don't really understand SEO. They're using SEO as a way to scam people, to sell their courses online, to sell services that they don't really offer online. They just outsource to someone else, and it's ruining the industry. And so I decided to, and I've been talking to my clients for a while, and I've been debunking these myths for a very long time. So I decided to make a video for you guys, because I hear a lot of these myths when people email me, when people send me messages, and even people that comment on my videos. And so I see a lot of my subscribers subscribe to these myths as well, because obviously they're perpetrated by people who are considered major names in the SEO industry, even though their SEO sucks and they don't really do any SEO. All they do is advertise their services or advertise their courses, and just to make a few $1,000s a week, selling courses that don't really work. So other than that, so before I get into the myths, guys, I offer SEO as a service. You can contact me via the link below. Just click on the link, fill in the form, and I will send you an email. Now, many people have been emailing me and filling out the form, but when I get in touch with them, it seems that they do not get my emails. So please, guys, check your spam folder if you do not see an email from me within 2 days of submitting your information on the online form or the Google Forms, because apparently it's going to people's spam folders, and apparently they're not recognizing the email address or whatever the case might be. But check your spam folders, because I reply to every email that I get. So let's start with myth number one, which is something I hear a lot of, and that is high keyword density will improve keyword page ranking. And guys, this does not work. Maybe 20 years ago, when SEO was new, this might have worked. When I started doing SEO, we would put in half a dozen keywords into a 1,000-word article, and just put in the headline, description, title, footer, and every paragraph would have to have the keyword, and the page would rank. But apparently it does not work anymore. Now it's more about semantic SEO and your relationship to the keyword that you're trying to rank for, and not so much that the keyword that you're trying to rank for. And so all you need to do is put it in the title, the headline, the description, so that people are associated, and they see, they read the keyword if it's relevant to them, and then they can click on your article if it ranks, and they can read it. And so there's a connection between the title and the description, not from an SEO's perspective, but from a user interface perspective. And Google sees that, and when people land on your page, they stay on your page for longer, and that helps you rank higher. And so I've been testing this for a while, and some of my pages are ranking for keywords that I don't even have on the page. So I just have it in the title, and I just have it in the H1. Other than that, I don't have it on the page. So, and I'm ranking number one for those keywords, and those are high traffic keywords, and I'm doing that for my client. And I'm just using semantic SEO, just the kind of SEO that I discussed in my videos. If you took a look at my previous video on semantic SEO, that's the technique that I'm using. So do not stuff your pages with keywords that you're trying to rank for, because it will only result in a Google penalty. The second myth is quantity of links is more important than quality. And this is honestly something that I see a lot of SEOs trying to peddle. There's when they send a report to the client, it's like we built 500 links from sources unknown to your website, and while the other SEO company only builds like 50 links. Guys, it does not matter. The number of links, the number of backlinks built to your website does not matter. The quality and relevance of those links matter, and in some cases you don't even need backlinks to rank. I have ranked websites without a single backlink, um, for moderately competitive keywords, not for highly competitive keywords, but you do not need um, loads of links to rank. You just need good on-page SEO, semantic SEO, internal links, and then maybe a few social media links, and then a few do follow links from related resources or authoritative resources, and that's all you need to rank your pages. You do not need a gazillion links. So if someone comes and says, a link is a link, if someone says that to you, right off the bat, this guy does not know what he's talking about, because a link is not a link, and Google has defined this as Google says that there are links that have more value than other links, and you shouldn't go ahead and buy links. And the reason why Google says that is because people buy PBN links. So you can go on Fiverr and you can buy 5 dozen PBN links for $5, and it's not going to move the needle. It might move the needle temporarily in the other direction. So it's not worth wasting your time on these kind of links. The other prevalent link myth I often run into is link building is not relevant for SEO. Now, I have been accused of saying this, but I would say this again, that link building is the final part of your SEO journey. It's not the starting. You shouldn't start with link building. Link building is important, but it's not the only thing. It's like 1 out of 5 things that you need to do for SEO. The first thing is great content. Second thing is a on-page semantic SEO. Then it's internal link building, and then it's outreach for social media. Post your blog, post your pages on social media. Yes, that's part of link building as well, but it's also part of social media marketing. So make sure that people see it, and then you can do outreach. You can do Harrow. You can do loads of other techniques. You don't have to go and buy links. Sure, Harrow is not easy, and agencies like mine provide Harrow services because it's not easy, and precisely because it's not easy. But it's something that you can do to earn links. And at the end of the day, if everything else fails, you can buy links. But that's right at the very end of your SEO journey, when you've done everything else, and now you're probably on page 2 or the bottom of page 1, and you need to move the needle a little bit. Now you can buy links, and now you can think about where to buy the best links, and you can buy the highest quality links. So link building matters, but it's not a major part of your SEO journey. So just keep that in mind. Whenever someone says you don't need to build links, they're being disingenuous, to say the least. So the other myth that I run into is that SEO is a one-time job. Out of all the SEO myths, I guess this is something that I hear every client of mine saying that once my website ranks, first they'll ask me like, how long will it take for my website to rank, and then they'll say, all right, so then if it takes 6 months, then after that we will not need your SEO services, and then we'll have another website and we'll hire you again to do SEO for that. It does not work that way, because SEO is an ongoing job. It's you're consistently adding content, building internal links, building external links, doing social media marketing. It's a consistent process. And then when the Google algorithm changes, you've got to make changes to your website. The October 2022 Google update, spam update just launched, and I need to take a look at my clients' websites and see how well they're doing and see how well they're not doing, and fix their websites, because if their websites are not ranking, they're not going to get leads, they're not going to get sales. And so I need to make sure that their websites are working properly after the update. And if I'm not working for them, then they would be penalized, or they would be deranked or de-indexed, and there's no one there to save them. So it's an ongoing job. The other myth is page speed isn't important. Page speed is an important ranking factor, Anyone that says the page speed is not an important ranking factor does not know what they're talking about. There are case studies where all things are equal except for page speed and the website has ranked. So work on your page speed. It does not have to be the fastest website out there, but it has to be faster than your competitors. So one of the things I often do is I check all my competitors that are ranking above me, and I check their page speed, and I try to improve the page speed and make it better than theirs. And in 99% of the cases, by just changing the page speed, I outrank them because all other things are better than theirs. My content is better, my internal links are better, my external links are better, my social media marketing is better, and so I outrank them as soon as I improve the page speed. And so page speed is important. The other myth is SEO is extremely expensive. SEO is not extremely expensive. It's cheap if you compare it to PPC ads, if you compare it to having to run offline ads or having to run ads on YouTube, for instance, or put up a billboard on a busy high street. It's not as expensive as doing all of that. The only problem with SEO is that it takes time. It'll take anywhere from 3 to 6 months for you to start seeing page one rankings for even a moderately competitive keyword. And so it's time consuming, and it's at times it can be frustrating, but it's certainly not expensive. Now, if you hire one of those gurus to do your SEO, they're going to charge you $10,000 for SEO, and they're just going to outsource this to someone who does it for $1,000. So you're not going to get any value with that. So you might as well hire someone who knows what they're talking about. And it does not have to be me. It can be anyone else that you think does good SEO, who has a profile and who has a history of doing good SEO. Hire them to do your SEO. See how they perform. Ask them to come up with a report and a game plan for your website, and go from there. The final myth that I'm going to debunk is there's only one way to implement SEO. And I've heard this a lot. So if I would speak to a client and I'd say I've used semantic SEO, they say we never heard of semantic SEO, but we heard of some other kind of SEO. And they would say, okay, semantic SEO does not work. You've got to use this SEO, or you've got to use silos and not reverse silos. The thing is that there's no one good way to rank your website. Google does not say that you need to follow one specific SEO style to rank a website. In my experience, there are like 3-4 different ways at least to rank a website, and no one way is better than the other, or no one way is worse than the other. So the idea is to rank. The idea is to not subscribe to a specific idea. You can take ideas from anyone. You can take an idea from me. You can take an idea from Kyle Roof. You can take an idea from Herc Manning. You can do whatever you want and still rank your website. So don't subscribe to this idea that you need to follow a specific routine to rank. The important thing is to use good SEO tactics, and your website will rank. So I hope this video was useful to you. I have another video coming up next week because I'm taking a few days off. I'll keep uploading videos, but if you guys like the video, like and subscribe. If there's a myth that you run into and I've not addressed in this video, leave a comment below and I'll probably address it in a future SEO myths video. These are just the SEO myths I've run into. So like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.